longer film, which is about Liz of Force which is the 475 Kent building. And Deborah is in that movie, and I've been following her since 2008, since they got their first eviction. And so I've been following this building and what's happened to the people, what happens to the artists after, and what happens to the community. And so this is an expression of, like, no matter who you are, I think people really have to be aware that everybody's targeted. I mean, there is no safety. You're not going to be exempt. You can be evicted. You can be a homeowner. You can be the greatest artist ever. It doesn't matter. You can be an old person. You can be a baby. And I think that people need to be made aware that this is a great danger.
So you said that you've been following the artists, correct?
Yes.
Did you know David Allen Harvey? Because he was also kicked out of this building as well.
Yeah, I know him well.
I didn't know him. I was following Connie Crothers, who is dedicated to her at the end, and Deborah and Guy Lesser, and kind of concentrating on 3 individuals so that I could interlace through their lives. The longer movie, which I showed at the UN, that shows what their lives are like. And really it's about the artists, you know, and as a microcosm of society, because whatever happens, what happens to the art when those people leave? What happens to our culture when you kick people out? And I think you guys here in the Lower East Side kind of know what I'm talking about.
So where are you living now?
Me, I'm in Brooklyn.
I mean, her.
Oh, where are you?
Oh, I make huge sculptures. Those are kind of little sculptures you saw getting carried out. And I couldn't work anywhere, so I moved upstate.
Oh, wow.
And my husband has to live and work down here. It's really sad. Can I just say something briefly about the building? Our building had 300 artists, and a lot of them pretty well known because it was kind of expensive. And it's just crumbled, this society, this community. It was so wonderful. Like, we knew each other, every single person, every single child, you know. It's really sad. And the law firm was meant to protect people in the same way that people are getting kicked out of units that are protected in Manhattan, you know, that are just apartments. It seems like all the things that were built to protect us are just going away. It's really outrageous, but whatever.
And what got me, when I was doing the entire film, or watching what was happening, was the way that they were being framed by the media as hipsters or all these kind of derogatory, you know, they were framing it so, oh, it's just a bunch of artists, whatever. You know, we're not all one people or one country here. Oh, it's just those ones over there. And from what I've been studying, since I've been doing this in 2007, actually with the 2 movies, is it happens to everyone. Now, I want everybody to see, as a human being, what does it feel like to leave your home after 20 years that you built, that you actually created. And, you know, they split up, you know, her husband's living there, and she has to work up in the, you know, it's not like destroying families, and so.
What are they doing?
Well, I think they'd like to make condominiums, but I think we were in the 50th percent to leave, right? Because when it gets to 50,
say that.
when it gets to 50%, which will be soon, they can do whatever they want.
There's actually some people here from the Kent buildings, and
Oh,
there's Bertie and Carolyn Virgin knew Connie Crothers, and when Connie got very sick, I always felt that it was because she was losing her home, and she was in her 70s, and she's this famous jazz musician, and she would have to work from 10 in the morning until late at night, and actually stayed there one day watching her, and she didn't stop working because she had to pay her rent. And I'm thinking, what kind of society are we, and telling other people what to do, and we can't even be nice to our own elders. You know, what kind of people are we?
You know, the lawyer that was taking our case was said it would cost $100,000, and we didn't happen to have that. And you know, we were already paying $2,000 a month. It's a lot of money, you know. And I just thought it was ridiculous.
yeah.
The problem with artists is if you have a community that, you know, many of the musicians who are Connie's friends are here, it's, you know, it's all encouragement and community and love and, you know, all these amazing people doing their work, including Tyler, who heroically kept after our cause right through Connie's death and all of us getting vacated and getting back in. And, you know, we had the law on our side, but the law board didn't help us.
Right.
And it shouldn't have come to a place like this. You know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, I live close to where this building is. I mean, so the disconnect when you're just walking around now with new architecture, you just have, there's just no connection. I don't think anyone can make a connection to it at all. Really, it's just there's no personality.
But
You know, it's this kind of like fur and stress that they put on you, shopping us the system to break it down. And I really watch these people suffer through that. It's just really awful. In our own country, to see eviction is not a pretty thing. It's an awful thing to go through. I think it's just like murdering somebody, especially elders and families, because, well, anybody, you know, there's this lady, Mindy Fullylow, that talks about root shock. Like if you take a plant out of its pot, they go into shock. So when people are displaced, it's root shock. You know, you don't know your neighbors anymore, and for elders, it's really, I mean, we're not gonna have Deborah here, like she did the, you know, the Coney Island viaduct and stuff like that. To me, that was so disgusting that I had to go watch her get evicted. They need to understand that there's a system going on that's very deeply rooted, and it's